Okay, so today we're going to jump into a topic that's pretty different from what we usually talk
Yeah.
about. We're going to be exploring like the history of spas,
Uh-huh.
and we're focusing on two specific spas
Okay.
that are in Desert Hot Springs, California.
Sounds relaxing already.
California is kind of known for its like wellness culture and stuff.
Definitely.
And so I thought it'd be interesting to like dive into the history
Yeah.
of two specific spas.
Okay.
They're actually right next to each other.
Oh, wow. Side by side.
Yeah, they're called the Desert Hot Springs Spa Hotel
Okay.
and Miracle Springs Resort and Spa.
Cool.
And so we've got a lot of interesting stuff to cover today.
We're looking forward to it.
Like these spas have a super unique history that involves like family fortunes and like these risk-taking brothers, stuff that you wouldn't really expect
I would not have guessed that.
if you're just thinking about like, going to a spa.
Right? Just relaxation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going to dig into all that good stuff.
It's awesome.
So to kind of give us like a starting point,
Yeah.
the current owner of both these spas
Okay.
is this guy named Michael Bickford.
All right.
And he's actually been involved with these spas for over 20 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, so he's not like some,
Oh.
new owner who just came in.
Right. He knows these places.
Exactly. And he's described the experience of being in the mineral waters of these spas under the
Yeah.
desert sky as like an ongoing romance,
Oh, wow.
which I thought was really
Okay,
interesting.
great way to put it.
So it's clear that this is like more than just a business for him.
Right. Clearly a passion.
Yeah, it's like a real passion project.
That's cool.
So let's start by talking about the Desert Hot Springs Spa Hotel,
Okay.
which is one of the two spas.
Got it.
So this spa actually started out as just a simple day spa.
Really just a day spa.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Wow. So no overnight stays or anything?
Nope, just like the hot springs, and that's it.
Interesting.
So it wasn't until 1970 that things really started to change.
What happened in 1970?
Well, that's when these three brothers,
Your brothers. Okay.
John, Tony, and Kermit Orns,
Arns.
they came into the picture.
How so?
So these brothers were actually heirs to the Sparklets water fortune.
Sparklets, the bottled water.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So they came from money.
Yeah, they had a lot of money, and they decided to use some of that inheritance
Okay.
to buy the Desert Hot Springs Spa.
Interesting.
And they had this vision of transforming it
Okay.
from just a basic day spa
Mm-hmm.
into like a full-blown resort.
I see. Make it a destination.
Yeah, exactly.
So they wanted people to stay overnight.
Yes, so they built like a 50-room hotel,
Wow. 50 rooms.
and they really wanted to create like a luxurious experience for their guests.
So this is where it starts to get fancy.
Yes, exactly.
Got it.
And this was actually a really big turning point in the spa industry as a whole.
How so?
Because before this, most spas were just these simple places.
Right. Just the base.
Yeah, but the Orange brothers really pushed the idea of making spas into like these destinations.
Okay. So they were kind of pioneers in a way.
Yeah, you could say that.
Interesting.
And it's kind of what we see today. Like
Mhm.
a lot of spas are these big fancy resorts.
Yeah. Destination spas.
Exactly.
Cool.
So the Orange brothers weren't exactly known for being low key.
What do you mean?
They had this like really extravagant lifestyle.
Oh.
They were into things like big game hunting and gambling, and they would throw these lavish parties.
Sounds like they lived large.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Wow.
And get this,
Mhm.
they actually decorated the hotel bar
Okay.
with their hunting trophies.
Hunting trophies? What?
Yeah, like a collection of stuffed animals.
No way.
Seriously, they had like a polar bear,
A polar bear.
brown bear's lion, a tiger.
Wow, that's a lot of animals.
I know, it's pretty crazy.
So you're telling me people would be like sipping cocktails,
Yeah,
surrounded by these stuffed animals?
exactly. It's kind of wild to think about.
That's a very unique vibe.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I can't even imagine.
And it kind of reflects like the whole image of luxury
Right.
and exclusivity that was popular in spas back then.
Like back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as you might imagine, this extravagant lifestyle eventually caught up with the Arns brothers.
Oh, no. What happened?
Well, in 1979,
Okay.
Michael Bickford,
The current owner.
yeah, he bought the property from the brothers.
Interesting.
And this is where his long journey with these spas begins.
Okay. So that's how he got involved.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting because Bickford's approach
Mm-hmm.
was pretty different from the Arns brothers. He actually ended up selling the property.
Really?
Yeah, but then it went into foreclosure.
Oh, no.
And Bickford ended up buying it back in 1988.
Wow, so he bought it twice.
Yeah, which shows like a real dedication to the spa.
Right, like he really believed in it.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
So now let's talk about the other spa.
Okay, the Miracle Springs Resort and Spa.
Yeah. So this spa has like a completely different story.
Oh, really? Tell me about it.
So in 1991,
Okay.
a 5-acre plot of land right next to the Desert Hot Springs Spa was sold to this group called the Unique Hotel Group.
Unique Hotel Group.
Okay. And they were from Korea.
Interesting.
And they had this idea
Okay.
to build a spa that would cater to the Korean market. Because in Korea, gambling and spas are like really popular.
Oh, wow. So they wanted to combine the two.
Yeah, exactly. So they set out to build what they call the Mirage Springs Resort, Casino, and Spa.
A casino and a spa that's ambitious.
Yeah, it was a pretty big undertaking.
I can imagine.
And it was like a real mix of cultures and ideas.
It sounds really unique.
It was. But unfortunately, their run only lasted for 2 years.
Oh, no. What happened?
Things just didn't really work out for them. And the property ended up being taken over by Chung-Hung Bank in 1996.
So the bank took it over?
Yeah, but they also struggled to make it profitable.
Wow, so 2 owners in a row struggling with this place.
Yeah, it's kind of a reminder that even with a unique concept,
Right.
the hospitality industry is tough.
Yeah, things can be really unpredictable.
Exactly.
For sure.
But this is where Bickford comes back into the picture.
Okay, what did you do?
So he saw potential in this struggling property.
Mm.
And in 1997, he bought it from the bank.
Wow. So that's how he ended up with both spas.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
And he renamed it Miracle Springs Resort and Spa.
Got it.
And he's been running it successfully ever since.
So he turned it around.
Yeah, he really did.
That's impressive.
So now we've got these 2 spas right next to each other, both owned by Michael Bickford.
Right.
But they have these totally different histories.
Yeah, one started as a simple day spa.
Right.
The other was this grand casino spa idea.
Exactly. And I think it's so cool how they represent like all these different trends in the spa industry, like the whole shifts from simple spas to these like luxurious destinations.
Yeah.
And then you have like the local history.
The Arns brothers.
Yeah, and the international influence.
The Korean group.
Exactly. And it's just this really interesting story.
I agree. It's a very unique story.
And it just goes to show that like sometimes the most interesting stories are found in the most unexpected places.
Definitely. I would never have thought that spas would have such a rich history.
Neither. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I think that's a good place to wrap things up for today.
All right.
But it leaves us with a lot to think about.
For sure.
So until next time, happy relaxing, everyone.